Let's go with Daryll Clark there. You mentioned him, and this is one of the questions I've had for a few weeks now, Mike. Why didn't they put him in last year? We saw in the Purdue game when the quarterback wasn't performing well, Painter, I believe his name is, right? They went with the backup quarterback. Last year, Anthony Morelli had some games where he was struggling out there, and I think there's a couple games, Michigan jumps out, Michigan State at the end of the year, that if you would put Daryll Clark out there, I sort of like his chances of what I'm seeing. Why didn't they go to him sooner?
Let me tell you something that I heard this week, and I don't know if this is true, so we have to label as a rumor, but this is what I heard. Last year, the week of the Michigan game, Joe's mother passed away.
Oh.
And he was gone most of the week. And what I hear is they put in a game plan to utilize Clark kind of the way they used him in the bowl game, run a spread offense, run the quarterback more, mix things up, because Michigan had been beaten by Appalachian State and by Oregon, two teams that run the spread. Okay. And Joe came back after being away for most of the week for the funeral and everything and scrapped it. And they played this ridiculous offensive game plan.
Horrible.
It was a horrible game. That was Penn State's worst loss in recent memory, in my opinion. But now the party line is sort of like Jay is having more influence on Joe, and he's starting to convince him that this is the way to go. And certainly they'd have beat Michigan last year. I don't think there's any question about it if they'd have played this kid more. I kind of hinted at this question today with Joe, and he said that. He's not surprised at how well Clark has handled things, and you would think that would have led him to believe that maybe he could have played him a little more last year, but it didn't happen. And I think Penn State would have been better off if it had.
I think they would have too. Maybe a better bowl, but I think there would have been a couple more wins on that schedule.
And Clark has even more experience.
More experience as well. Sure. Exactly. This is the team that started off the season, Mike, 22nd in the nation. They're now third, folks. They're moving up the charts. They've been playing great. If this team continues to win, stays undefeated, can they play for the national title, or is this BCS going to play a factor in this?
Well, the BCS is going to play a factor, and I actually wrote about this last week, that they might have a problem. It would be possible that they could be undefeated and not be one or two in the country because of their strength of schedule. But I don't think that's going to – that is theoretically possible, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. Oregon State beating USC really helped them. Yep. I mean, that came out of the blue.
Thursday night game, I was really rooting for.
I mean, that came out of the blue and really, really helped Penn State. And I think that they're going to be okay. I think if they can win out. Now, that's an enormous if. I think it's not just Ohio State in a couple of weeks on the road. Iowa's starting to play well. Mm-hmm. Michigan State is a pretty good team that's sneaking up on people now, and they host Ohio State on Saturday.
Oh.
So that'll be interesting. But it's a big if. But I think if they win out, and I think there's an outside chance, even if with one loss, given the way things can, the way the dominoes can fall, I think there's a very good chance they can play for the national title.
Bottom line, it's been a real fun season. I'm enjoying watching it.
Absolutely.
So until next week, we're going to talk more about it. We'll see you again from the Low Post.